There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of Jesus. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of Jesus. I ask for the Heavenly Lord Father's blood to protect me in every way. And give to me the peace that passes all understanding from all of the hell that was created in my life that I have nothing to do with. I ask for all my hell that was created in my life to be replaced with a peace that passes all understanding. And this verse is found in Philippians. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say, rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Let all men know y'all fall bad, so Lord is at him. Let no anxiety and worry bother you, but in thanksgiving and asking, let your wants be made known to God, and the peace that passes all understanding will be with you. Beloved, think on the true things, the lovely things, the praiseworthy things, and in doing so, you will have the peace that passes all understanding. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in God's blood always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in Jesus' blood always, and again I say rejoice. 'Cause there is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of Jesus. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of Jesus. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of Jesus. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of Jesus. I ask for God's blood, who is Jesus, to protect me in every way. Today is Thursday, 25th, 2024, and I ask to ask and beg is basically the same thing. I had a conversation recently. Like, there's a difference. Like, what are you talking about? Begging is only asking, like, a lot more. Begging is, a beggar has to beg because when they ask, they're ignored. A beggar has to beg because when they ask, they're completely ignored. Whole truth, nothing but the truth about that. This world happens to be awful. And how can you be judged? Okay. This is a good one for the misinformed Christians. And the two on the top of my head is Richard Lorenzo Jr. and John Romanes, who are ex-warlocks. And they are into Jesus, but they were misinformed. How can you judge Jordan Turpin? Okay, she was tortured by her parents, chained to the bed in her piss with, 13 brothers and sisters for years and years and years. She jumps out of her second-story building, afraid to death that her parents might kill her, because they probably would have if she called 911. She got a phone, was able to get one from the oldest brother, somehow snuck it, and saw that she could do this, and did it, jumped out the window. Then she's put into a child care facility where she was abused. So, how can Jordan Turpin, how could she have sinned? Okay, that sin goes on, no, what about the insane child molesters and rapists? Like, if you do that, you're not human. Like, they're, I'm straight, but gays can't even bother me because nothing is done at all about child molesters and rapists. Like if you're gonna do something and say something that's wrong in this world, say something wrong about the child molesters and rapists, and go and scream on your pulpit, all gays are going to hell. Like, years ago, now I don't even think, I don't even know what, I don't know one real church, and a real church would be giving your tithes to the orphans and the widows, and that would be found in Micah. And, where you're supposed to give your tithes. Does any church do that? That would be, that would be the homeless. That would have been me when my kids were like 6 months and 2 years old. And I went out to Dunes Motel in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, with my kids, and had to walk my kid to Aurora Hospital because he was child molested there. There were child molesters in that hotel. I had an awful life. So, my heart went out when my son said I knew he was raped because he had so much bad diarrhea, and then they said it was great. 8, and I'm like, what? 8 men, tried to rape you. I mean, that's a sign of it. And when he was first listed, he was withdrawn. So, all the other times, he could watch bird in the sky, frisbee, airplane. But when you're traumatized to death, being child molested, then you're withdrawn, and you have all these walls up, and you don't notice anything around you. Your mind tries to protect itself. And I was retarded when I was little. I didn't know anything, and I read well, and I mumbled. And people can understand me? Of course not. I was a fucked up, retarded weirdo. Traumatized to death. Mumbled all the time. I don't know how I made it through, school. I barely was able to read. I hated reading. I didn't understand reading. I couldn't read. My youngest son can't read either. We don't like to read. We rather, hands-on. Some people are that way. I guess, traumatized people are when you're young. And, so I just went through way too much hell my entire life, and I hope something good happens. But when I pray, I don't go out of my mind and angry and feel like screaming, running down the street. It takes that away. God's blood is real. It's in the spiritual realm, and I'd probably be down the street screaming, the asshole, whatever the name, if it was a real name or not, me screaming down that, no good at all. It just makes me more angry, and more, something worse could happen. Like somebody, I don't know, we let all these terrorists, and with the immigrants in now, maybe one would just have a knife and just have a stab at me, just walking around. America allowed too many terrorist immigrants in my opinion, probably. And you can't do anything about it, just like all the other, just like the plastic that you drink in your water, just like it's in the placenta, the chemtrails, the East Palestine, Ohio. That derailment was really bad, and then they had a whole bunch more. I mean, people don't understand, it's in the water, Homestead, Riverside guy, young farmer, he never shaves his family. He's a YouTuber, Riverside Homestead. Then there's Stacy and Doug, or Doug and Stacy off the grid, and they are farmers, an elderly couple who own their farm, paid for it. They knew what to do. And then there was other farmers, the Max, and it's a young couple, young family farmer. Hempstead, Riverside never showed his family. Huh. I was curious what Steve Wilkos' wife looked like, and then one time he showed a picture of her, Valentine's Day or something. Okay, I'll just make another video praying. Yeah, prayer does work. Prayer calms me down. I mean, I'm not begging for God's blood. I just ask, and God's blood can help me have the peace that passes all understanding, instead of being furious of all the hell that happened to me. I'm a victim. When you're stolen from, you are a victim. And no matter what anybody says that I gave it away, no. When you're stolen from, you're a victim. If it's stolen from you, and I don't know how many times, unfortunately, I was a victim most of my life. Can I help that? No. Happy is knowing, love yourself. Can't read backwards, but it shows frontwards.